I'm here right now with one of our presenters, RD from Cincinnati Bell. Can you tell us first about your role? What is it that you do at Cincinnati Bell?
I lead the strategic initiatives for Cincinnati Bell Telephone as related to sourcing, procurement, and purchasing.
Okay, and you have an event, a session tomorrow on systematic and balanced supplier performance management. Can you tell our audience who aren't here this week about what that's going to be about and some of the things that you're going to talk about during that session?
Absolutely, I'll be glad to. Like any other company which has grown over the last 139 years, we have established our base within the Cincinnati region, and we started doing a lot of business with a lot of suppliers and vendors. With the nature of the business, we ended up with a long tail of vendors where 80% of our spend goes to 4% of the vendors, and we want to do a vendor consolidation. And the way we wanted to approach to vendor consolidation is driving a methodology which is going to classify vendors into different categories. And the categories that we were thinking is we're going to make it as strategic, emerging, suppliers, and critical. So we know who are the ones that we want to do more business with, and the ones that want to do who want to work with Cincinnati Bell as well. So it kind of becomes a win-win situation. To arrive to that point where we are ready to classify vendors, we wanted to look at it in a two-dimensional approach. One is, how do I rate a vendor? So what are the KPIs that I want to start measuring the vendor on? And we kind of came up with a 4-quadrant approach. Quadrants based on what is the sourcing inputs are on rating a vendor, an operational delivery aspect of it, products and services view of the same vendor, and the executive management. So we're going to take all of these 4 quadrants, kind of plug it together, and hopefully we're going to get the secret sauce, right, which is going to help us identify which vendor do we really care about, and it's vice versa, that the vendor wants to do business with us. Then apply the same approach from a spend perspective. Just because I spend $100 million with somebody doesn't necessarily make it a strategic vendor for us. So we want to look at their performance and the spend, and with a consolidated formula, and categorize vendors in one of those 4 buckets. So that's where we're going to be leveraging iPerform. We kind of customized it from an out-of-the-box functionality, made it more Cincinnati Bell custom solution. So because we don't believe in there's one-size-fits-all approach. So that's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow with our audience, the various approaches and the benefits that we have used of iPerform.
Now you're here as an attendee as well, so what are you finding valuable about this event? What are you taking home with you?
I think the biggest benefit anybody who's going to attend this event is going to be on the market intelligence. There are about 300, 400 brains in the room, and each of them with about 30 years of experience. So think about how many years of experience is available for us to talk to in every section of those discussions. And I'm trying to understand, there's no way that we would say we are on the top of the ladder on the best practice implementation. So this is a great opportunity, I think, for Cincinnati Bell perspective to see what are others doing that we could probably incorporate into our approach and make this work better for us.
Sounds good. Thank you, RD, for taking the time to talk to my purchasing center today.
Absolutely. Pleasure is all mine.